Welcome to In It to Win It. This is Steve Barton, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be going over bull and bear flags. I've been getting some questions on bull and bear flags. So let's go to the charts and we'll review bull and bear flags. All right, I'm going to be pulling up Coca-Cola here. I think everyone has enjoyed a Coca-Cola at some point in their life. The stock ticker symbol is KO, and you can type that in yourself and follow along right here. So first off, we'll go here to February 27th of 2026, and it ends on March 17th, 2026. Okay, so here is our first example. This is a, wait for it, here, I'll draw it, and you say it out loud. Is this a bull or a bear flag? That is a bear flag, right? So the price action, you get a pull, right? So it's a quick down move, okay? So in 5 days, this thing moved down pretty good from the height up here down to the bottom. In 5 days, it moved, 7%. And we got a bear flag out of it, and then we got a downward move. So this comes in handy if you are trading and you want to know, what is the likely direction of the price of the stock. In this, I would say in this scenario, this is a pretty good example of a bear flag. And I would say that the certainty of this working out is about 70%, which is probably about as high as you're going to get with a bull or bear flag. I mean, some of them are just textbook perfect, and then I might move the odds up to 75%. Some of them are pretty ugly, and then I would put those odds at 55, 60%. Not enough certitude to buy or to place a trade on that. I want at least 65%. I call it my 2 out of 3 rule, right? I want to be right 2 out of 3 times before I'm going to put money on the line. Each one of these bets takes up some type of mental energy, and I don't want to be playing a whole bunch of 55, 60% because that occupies some mental energy that I think could just be better spent on placing higher certitude bets. Okay, so this one I would look at as a pretty high certitude bet. I would look at it as about 70%. There's some little nuances down here. This is the RSI, and right here is the MACD. I go over all these in my TA series, but just as a brief overview here, basically what you want is you want a declining RSI as it's falling in a bear flag, and then you basically want it to go sideways to slightly up. You want the same in the MACD. You want it to fall and then slowly start to consolidate back up, sometimes even showing a little bit of blue here in the histogram. And what that does is it lets you know that the bear flag is starting to mature. The way you want the angle right here, so this angle right in the corner, if you draw a line down and then over, ideally you want this angle to be 90 degrees, okay? It can be slightly more, but then your certitude goes a lot lower, right? And it can be tighter. So this angle could be tighter like this, but then your certitude also goes down a lot more. So I look at the sweet spot as 90 degrees. You can be a little bit either side of that, but it's not ideal. The 70% setup there is having that 90-degree angle. And at some point you have to cut it off, maybe 45 degrees. I'm eyeballing this. If there's a tool on here where it allows you to measure angles like this, I'm all ears. Please put it in the comments below because I haven't found it. But that's the general rule that I use. Now, to measure a target on this, like how far could it fall? The general school of thought is you take the top part right up here and you measure the downside of the pole. So all I'm doing is I'm measuring from the top part, the top candle right here, to the bottom candle where the pole stops forming. And then we can take this, and this is just this tool right here, right? Price range tool. And then we essentially take that and we move it down to where the breakout was, right down here, right? So we could see that the bear flag went from here. This is the bottom part of the bear flag. That's the breakout that we measure. And it could have had a downside target about like that. Now that we can see what happened, it didn't reach that downside target. It did fall, so it did work out, but it didn't quite reach the target. But this just gives you a ballpark idea of how far to the downside or upside it could go in bull and bear flags. Now moving over here to the right, we can see there's another little one right here. Was starting on April 27th of 2026, sideways consolidation, and boom, it went up. Now, where's the pull, Steve? I don't understand. It just gaps up like that. Well, here's where it's also kind of handy to look at these things on multiple time frames. So I'm going to go to the 1 hour chart here, where instead of each bar being a day, each bar is going to be 1 hour. And so we'll go to 1 hour here, and we're going to go back to the same spot, which will be April 27th right here. And now, since each bar is an hour, we can see that there was not necessarily a gap there, right? There was in between the days, but if you timed it hour by hour, you can see that it shot up right there on price. So it's nice to look at these in multiple time frames. You know, I've got day, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 15, 10, and 5 minutes. And here we can see we got a pretty good pattern. You have the pole going up, right? And then you basically have sideways consolidation before the breakout up to the upside. All right, now I'm going to use lines here so it's a little bit easier to see. So you got the pole right there, and then I'm going to basically draw kind of a line going against the resistance on top, and then a line going for the support on the bottom. And instead of this being a flag pattern, I might almost call this a pennant pattern, right? So the pennants are going to be shaped like a golf flag, okay, right? Like a golf flag that they stick in the hole. It's going to kind of come down like a pincer almost. A bull flag will be perfectly, well, maybe not always perfectly flat, but the two patterns are essentially the same. A bull flag, a bull pennant. I've seemed to find them both about the same reliability, 65, 70, 75%. And we can see that this one did break out to the upside. I'm going to go to the 2 hour chart here so that we have a little bit more condensed version. And you measure this the same way right here, right? We'll go up here to there, and then we take this tool and we string it out to right where it broke out. It didn't quite reach the upside here. See, it got up to almost there and then fell back down. But this is a tradable event. If you see a pattern like this and you want to take a quick call option on it, or maybe get some 2x fund or something, I wouldn't go any higher than 2x. And you can take it and you can bet to the upside. Now, I'm going to go back to the daily chart, and we'll round out here with oftentimes what happens with these bull and bear flag patterns is they happen in sequence. So you'll get a whole bunch of bull flags happening at the same time, showing that the price action keeps going up. And then in reverse as well, you'll often get stair-stepping down bear flags coming down as the price is moving down. And those are kind of some of the fun ones because, usually when it's in a trend, you don't really want to fight that, right? Like, it's going to go whichever way it's going to go. And when you can get these higher probability setups in sequence like that, you can make some decent money in short order. All right. So right here, we're going back to August of 2022 and over here to about December of 2022. So that time period on your chart. And we have a little bit of a sequence here. Now, these bear flags and bull flags are not nearly as pretty as the first one I showed you, but it's an example of this stair stepping that I'm talking about. All right, so we're looking right up here, and we can see we've got the first tiny little one right there. Then we've got a second one right here that bounced right off there off that dark blue line, which is the 200-day moving average, and then fell out of bed, right? Then we got another little one right here, okay? Now, I don't know that any of these really would have been bettable events except for this first one right here. Looks pretty good to fall lower just because you got that doji on the very end there. But the rest of these, the Certitude would be a lot less. Oh, except for this one. That's a nice bearish bar right there. I probably could have caught that in the moment. But, these aren't as pretty as the first one, but there is a stair stepping down right here of those bear flags. Now, if we go to the other side here, we can see that we have the pole up, and then we have bullish consolidation sideways, right? And then we have another little bit of a pull up. And again, this one's not nearly as great as the other ones. And then you kind of get the same kind of patterns right here in these as well until it piddles out. But that's the basic scenario of those. Some caveats on these is, I don't think any of them are ever a higher certitude than 75%. And those, I think, are pretty rare. The ones you're shooting for are about 70% or so, which is the good example was the first one that I showed you. Use this in congruence with the MACD and the RSI. That'll give you little clues just as it starts to build up, right? So you get kind of a peak right there. And then as soon as this rolls over, then you get the hard sell off down in the bear flag there. Some other little nuances with bull and bear flags is you kind of want to play them when you're in the, you don't want to play them at the extremes of the RSI and MACD. Okay, so you don't want to play them when the RSI is way down here, and you don't want to play them when the RSI is way up here. Okay, so this middling zone is kind of your sweet spot. The reason is because, well, we'll use the same example right here. Okay, we had little bear flag, played out, little bear flag, played out. See, we're at the lower zone, but we're not in the tank like we are here. Now, you did have a little bit of a bear flag right here. Not a great one, but it's there. It's basically falling down, sideways consolidation. And we can see here that it did fall down, but look at where you're playing at with the RSI. The RSI got down to 21. The RSI got down to 24. Our extremes on this are basically when RSI is below 30, you should really be thinking about buying, not selling. And if this is a bear flag that's forming out, I don't think that that would be a good time to bet on the price action going down. Does that make sense? And vice versa, over here on this side, we can see that we get the bullish consolidation here. Bullish consolidation. I think this one's okay to bet. But now as we're getting higher, see, you do have a bit of a bull flag here with some sideways consolidation. But look at how high you are here on the RSI, and it's just starting to roll over. I mean, looking like the price action is going to go down. So I don't think there's a whole lot of juice left in that one. Does that make sense? Here's another example of a bear flag. It semi worked out. You've got the good angle right there, and it did drop down, but not nearly as much as its measured target. Moving over here into June and July, we've got a couple of bull flags right here. So you got one right here, consolidating sideways. Then you got another little one here. Both of these worked out and broke up. And another little nuance on these that I do is at some point on these, there will be a point where it gets negated. So if you look at the pole here and then sideways consolidation, how do you know when the bull flag just stops? Because essentially this could keep going in this direction like this. Is this still a bull flag? Like at some point you got to cut it off, right? So what I do is I take this tool right here, the Fibonacci retracement, and I'll run it from the bottom right here up to the top. And if we get this retracement, this consolidation to exceed this bottom line right here, which is the 78.6% retracement. After that, I say the bull flag is off, and you can do the same thing with a bear flag. So you basically take it from the top this time down to the bottom. And if the consolidation exceeds up to the 78.6% retracement, and if it goes beyond that, then the bet is off and it's no longer a valid pattern. Okay. All right, I hope you guys got something out of that. If you want to check out our technical analysis series, there is a link down below. You get 3 hours of technical analysis where me showing you real charts, pulling up real examples right here with the PowerPoint presentation. And the first 30 minutes are me showing you mouse click by mouse click how exactly to set up your charts, just like you see here. Thank you very much for being here. You have a wonderful rest of your day and happy trading. For more content like this, check out these videos right here.